Right. So, wait. This is way too much. All right, so let's go for this one first. Where is? I don't even know which one to click on. Do you know what it is? Because, all right, long story short, Drake has filed a lawsuit against UMG because of the release of Not Like Us. They're trying to say that they were inflating the numbers in favor for Kendrick. Mind you, then now he's got a second one about defamation, but he's not suing Kendrick Lamar, he's suing UMG. But here's the other thing. Where was he, did he not think if he is suing for defamation, why would, I understand it, because obviously if it is, sue, my thing would be, sue Kendrick then. Why didn't you not fight it from that moment? Fight it from that moment, the moment you hear it. Even that, okay, it's still a weak move anyway, but get me? I don't know. I don't explain it. It's just, it's crazy when I think about it. He's like the first. That's why I said he's not a rapper. He's an actor, yeah, playing a rapper. I said this years ago, and people would take do you know what I mean? The way people were commenting, responding to me, I get it, you're Drake fan, but at the same time, I'm not gonna say I never liked his music because some of his music I did like. You know what I mean? There's no fronting in that. But this is just anyway. Let's get into it. So let's see if I can find. Okay, so Sham engagement. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Ray J sells out. Well, I don't think he really sold out. I think he's trying to keep his life. That's what I think is happening. Anyway, did he send season to desist? Wow. That's interesting. All right, so let's go for this one first. These are both 10 minutes each. So let's see what this one is saying. I think it's
talk about you when you down. Motivation. All that hating that they doing, that shit motivation. Staying winning, nothing less. Ain't no
yeah, everyone's reacting to this. Drake's suing a label in response to Kendrick. Drake proves they're not like us. The lawsuit. Everybody. Yeah, maybe I should react to them.
That whole pre-petition asking for discovery because he is trying to get the feds involved and see if they can take down UMG. Now,
all right, let's just read it up. All right, let's go.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Drake, baby, you...
Wait, what's up with the music in the background? Boom, 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 boom. You can't even take it serious. Is that what she's trying to say?
Literally thought you cracked the codes. Y'all, we looked into it and we have a theory and we're going to share it with you. Y'all, one... Drake is the whistleblower, and the reason he is trying and filed that whole pre-lawsuit wasn't as a threat to sue Kendrick. I mean, it was, because I'm sure he wants Kendrick to be included in a co-conspirator.
Wait, hang on. Wait. That means there's another video before this. That actually means there's another video before this. That's what that means. Let's go back a bit. That means there is another video before this. There has to be. Okay, there isn't. Or maybe, oh yeah, she does lives on and live streams, so probably it's all there. Probably it's all there. But anyway, let's just get back into it.
About that whole pre-petition asking for discovery because he is trying to get the feds involved and see if they can take down UMG. Now, let me just say this, right?
If he really is trying to get the feds involved, he's gonna find out it's gonna backfire on him very quickly. And he's going to wish he never did this. Do you know why? You know when you've got skeletons in your closet? Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not talking about skeletons in terms of like, obviously we know he's a sassy type of guy, innit? Like he's zesty. We know that. That's, get me. I'm about to say that's minor, but pun intended now, because that wasn't even supposed to be a pun in the first place. But then I realized, pun intended. The reality is this: like, there's so, like, even the evidence you've seen me post when I did my reactions to him when he had his battle with Kendrick Lamar. You saw what, like, I posted the evidence, like at least some of it. So it's like, if that evidence is so easy to just like to discover or to find out, and what do you think like, don't get it twisted, like, and remember, he's not an American citizen as well, so that's another thing. And I'm putting that out there like that because you need to understand there's a difference. So, you know,
If everything they were saying about UMG is true, UMG deserves to be taken down. Kendrick don't got nothing to do with it. But why are we saying that? Because think about it. If you guys want to see what's in that whole lawsuit, I did a whole video about it where I read through the lawsuit in detail, breaking down the law. But there's something that everybody took away. One, it's a whistleblower statute. He is alleging that since 2010, pretty much, UMG has been 2015, UMG has been colluding with Spotify, giving payoffs, getting kickbacks, basically making billions of dollars. And let's not forget, UMG owns 80% of all music. Lucian Grange's his own bonus last year was enough to make a blind man see. Do you know that when you are a whistleblower, you get between 15 and 30% of whatever money the government either recovers or the money that the government fines the offending industry? Why do we think Drake's a whistleblower? Because he keeps saying the informant. One thing about whistleblowers, if you are involved in any of...
So he's a snitch too? The irony is this, yeah? Like, so it was all good until a week ago, right? Shout out to Jay-Z. But like, nah, for real, like, when you think about it, he was using their services in the first place. So why did he not say anything then? Think about it. Look how long Drake has been, like, literally dominating the charts. And then they try to make it sound like he has tied the most number ones in the billboards alongside Michael Jackson, which, when you think about it, yeah, it's a great achievement. But when you think about what Drake is saying now, yeah, let's say it is true, which in terms of them inflating numbers, no, it's hard to really say. Maybe because I don't want to. I'm not trying to sound biased, yeah, but let's say it's true, yeah. Let's say everything is true. But then what about him? You get it? Like, you need to understand, what about him? That, like, he benefited from it as well. Now, as far as Kendrick Lamar is concerned, I don't think that's the case. Like, there's just something about music when it's purely organic, where when it reaches people, you can look at people's reaction videos. Yeah, look at their reaction videos. I remember there was when Kai Cenat, I believe it was Kai Cenat, he said, "What top five? What top five you're smoking on, Kendrick? What top five?" And then the moment Kendrick Lamar just when Not Like I've dropped, the way Kai Cenat like reacted, that was not an act. You get it? That was not an act. And UMG couldn't have paid him to act that way either. Like, there's just some genuine reactions, and your body language will tell you, or other people's body language will show you how they genuinely feel about a song. Yeah, when you're watching reaction videos, like, get me? That's what I look for when I'm watching reaction videos. When I'm doing my own reaction videos, like for me, if I'm watching mine back, which I do, I know that sounds a bit of a narcissistic behavior, but hey, sometimes I like to critique myself and improve. But yeah, so to cut a long story short, it's like, right, okay. So what does Drake really want? So if he's a whistleblower, what does he want? He wants to act like he's the savior. He's got a superiority mind complex. I don't know if that's the right word, but he has a complex where he believes he is the number one person. And do you see what I'm trying to say? And it kind of makes sense in a way, but at the same time, yeah, because it can't be just about the battle with Kendrick Lamar. I think that adds to it, but I think had he won, do you think this will be happening? Even Kendrick Lamar said, F the industry. Go listen to Not Like Us, he said that. Go listen to Euphoria, he said something along those lines. So come on, man.
The wrongdoing in any way, shape, or form, they will give you some type of leniency and not prosecute you with that if you come forward first and make the government aware of criminal activity, specifically RICO activity, specifically activity that the government has fined UMG 2 times in the last 20 years over doing the same mess. Now, how would Drake be the whistleblower? Well, let's not forget on Spotify when Drake had, I think it was Scorpion or the album after that.
Yeah,
and there was a takeover on Spotify where Drake's face was all over even unrelated playlists. So much so that Spotify had to settle with some of its users for even doing that. Drake knows or pretends he knows everything UMG did for Kendrick because they did it for Drake in all their old albums. Drake is
that's what he's banking on. And he's banking on like, wait, you did it for me, so you'll do it for Kendrick. That's what he's banking on. But like I said, this is going to backfire on him. As much as you can say, yeah, UMG are foul for doing X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? Like extorting the system to work in their favor to make more money. Yeah, like cool. That's one thing. Yeah, but to say like. Even like Kendrick has actually said he doesn't care about the numbers. I know that sounds crazy. I'm pretty sure. Let me continue playing this, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find it. Kendrick Lamar has mentioned he does not care about the numbers. He cares about authenticity. He cares about growth. He cares about freedom of expression. But if he happens to make numbers and make money, then so be it. But at the same time, that's what he's banking on. You're not banking on the fact of, like, you're not like if you look. Think about this here. If he was to inflate these numbers or get them to inflate these numbers, he would have done that a long time ago. In fact, so much to the point where Drake wouldn't be having these list of number ones and tied with Michael Jackson, whatever. It would be Kendrick Lamar. So that must mean if he's doing it for Kendrick in terms of the battle, cool, whatever. But then does that mean they're doing it for Taylor Swift? Maybe. Does that mean they're doing it for who else is on UMG? Like there's so many lists of artists. Are they doing it for every single artist? No. Let's think about who's been number one for the past since 2015. If that's where it started from. Who's been number one? Who's been all over the playlist covers? Anyway, let's keep moving.
The whistleblower. And because his career's dead in the water, UMG doesn't see him as valuable anymore. Let's not forget in the lawsuit, they said they have been trying to speak to UMG for a while, and they were like, yeah, kid, go F yourself. UMG has been ignoring him. Drake figures, I can't get any streams on my own. Nobody's doing anything. Kendrick is taking over. I'm a laughingstock. You know what? I'm tired of touring. You know what? Forget it. Because as much as we laugh, if they go after UMG and they're like, yo, the government says, okay, so there was basically 10 billion that we're fining you guys. Drake will get between 15 to 30%, even if they fine him $500 million. That is enough. Plus, Drake can be released out of his contract and he can go independent. He thinks that he has it all worked out. Now, the lawsuit. Everybody is laughing about the way Drake did that lawsuit. However, Drake's not as stupid as he appears, or at least that lawsuit's not as stupid as he appears. He cites things about things academics said on his stream. That one kid that did the thing about the Surrey, like, hey, Surrey, play this and that, and it played like that. All the things he cited were things out of his fan page Twitter account. They were all proven to be false. However, it was a carefully narrated shield. Drake doesn't need it to be true. In order to get the federal government or even New York State or California State and local involved to investigate, all you need is something that is plausible. Especially when it comes into RICO. Is this the way you do your business? Drake can't come out and say, I know for a fact, because whistleblowers are guaranteed that they can stay anonymous, at least until the trial starts. So what does he say? He says accusation.
But do you know what's interesting about this? Obviously, it'd be better if I actually saw the lawsuit paper, which maybe another video I might do, maybe I won't. I don't know. But like, I just feel like if he is the whistleblower, which he possibly is, like I said, this is all gonna backfire on him. Like, it's just gonna, like, Lucien Grange, like, UMG won't go down and all that stuff. That's not gonna happen. And Spotify, that's not gonna happen. This is what I believe will happen, and I could be wrong. I reckon the heads of those labels will change. That's a given fact. Yeah, they will change. That's all that's really gonna happen. They're gonna change, and obviously they're probably gonna get fined and I don't think it's them going to jail for anything. But what's funny is Drake has done something, like Aubrey Graham has done some things that should really put him in jail, and I mean for a long years, yeah, like long time. Get me, including everyone that, you know. Anyway, I won't even get into it, but let's just keep moving.
I heard here, I heard there. Enough to get the federal government involved. Drake wants the feds involved and on top of UMG's head, just like Diddy. Now, why would you want that? Well, the same reason I'm sure all the lawyers in the Diddy case are.
See, just like Diddy. And what happened to Diddy? They said, bet. You want to sue? Cool. Well, we know this about you. Say something. And then now look at him now. You get what I'm trying to say? This is all going to backfire. It's just going to backfire. You think, listen, 2024 has been a wild year, yeah? However, wait till 2025 until you find out about a few other stuff, not just from Drake, but from other people, but especially Drake, yeah? All I'm going to say is this. I don't even want to say I told you so. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, even Kendrick Lamar said the embassy is about to get raided. Now, we all know if you are a fan of Kendrick Lamar, yeah, you would know that guy has always been prophetic. He even did a song, Watch the Party, you know what I'm saying? And who is known for parties? Is it not Sean Combs, aka Diddy, aka Puffy, aka P. Diddy, like all? Isn't he known for that? So let's think about it in this context. A few days later, who got arrested? It was Sean Combs. And then I think it was like a month later or 2 months later. I can't remember the timeline, but I know it was after Sean Combs got arrested. What did Bow Wow say, or little Bow Wow Shad Moss say? What did he say? Like, it just goes to show you. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's keep it moving.
Breathing a sigh of relief that the feds are involved. What Drake's attorney is asking for in that basically pre-discovery motion, we think you're doing this, so we want access to this. We want access to analytics. We want access to records. It would be tens of millions of dollars in discovery costs. What are discovery costs? When you pay all those people, you know, when you see the feds marching out of a raid carrying boxes. Discovery is when people, usually legal professionals or paralegals, are actually paid to look through all those boxes, see if anything is legally relevant. Cases are won and lost over who can bury somebody else in discovery. Because if you get somebody a whole warehouse full of stuff, where are you getting the people to go through everything? It could take years if you only got 2 people working for you. And we all know the trial might be happening next week. The point of the matter is, even if Drake had the money, which I don't think Drake has enough money, as much money as he says he pretends to.
Does he say the trial's happening next week? That means I don't think it's a federal case then, because if the feds are going to raid UMG's offices or Spotify's offices, then they'll have to find the evidence. Once they find the evidence, they have to basically just then arrest those who are involved. Do you know what I mean? Once they're arrested, then obviously, then it's up to them to try and the judge to actually it's for a judge to be selected. Once the judge is selected, then they have to find the date for when the trial is going to be. And usually, more times than not, in a federal case, it usually is a trial is like a year or two, like 1 or 2 years after the arrest. Like the Diddy case is a very interesting one because the trial is actually going to be next year, the 5th of March 2025. Now, why he keeps trying to ask for bail, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Well, I do know why he wants bail, innit? Because obviously, do you know what I mean? Like we can see why he wants bail, but the reality is, if he was to get bail, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna try and hush, basically.
Yeah, I know they said that $400 million deal. I don't think he really was getting $400 million. It was probably $100 million, but he was working for every penny. On top of that, Drake spends money like it's water. We saw the Hermes bags he was buying his wife. We saw the diamond rings he was buying his wife. We know that he is supporting Chubbs, and Chubbs look like he don't miss no meals. I'm just saying, right? We know that he has a bunch of people he likes to spend. Drake is notoriously bad with his money. On top of that, Drake is a gambler. He is a gambler.
And what did Kendrick Lamar say about Drake? He mentioned that he said that Drake is a gambler. So was Kendrick lying, or was he telling the truth? Drake is also sponsored by a stake. So was he lying or telling the truth? There's a reason why he's sponsored by that. Wait, when you think about it, what artist do you know is sponsored by a betting company? Like I'm talking about, like as far as hip hop world is concerned. Name one. Leave your answer in the comment section below. Name one. Because usually when it comes to betting or gambling and stuff like that, it's usually obviously I know there are some Nigerian artists that are sponsored by some betting companies, but that's Nigeria. We ain't gonna talk about Nigerian artists right now. But what I'm gonna say, as far as like if you're thinking about it's more geared towards athletes and do you know what I mean? Even entertainment companies per se. So depending on the type of entertainment company, like you'd think. Anyway, I won't go into details, but what I'm trying to say is, as far as music artists is concerned, but this is why, again, he's not necessarily a music artist. Get me? I get it. Like, anyway.
Has a problem with gambling. No matter how much money you have, you can never get
so
away
I just
from
put my old song that when did I release it? I can't remember. 2011. But the lyric goes, hold on, give me a second. The lyric goes, I got a gambling addiction, a gun wait. Let me say that again. I got a gambling addiction. I can't even see the rest of the lyric. No, because YouTube and that. Nah. But the first bar is about gambling addiction, and I'll be a fool not to blame television, but television. Get me? I'm clever with the words. Don't get it twisted.
From an issue with gambling, unless you keep always having a constant supply of money coming in. So again, is Drake broke? Doubt it. Is Drake in the financial position where he can retire and never has to worry about working again? Not with that gambling thing. And we all see the bets he makes. They are very, very bad. So what is the solution?
Most time he actually loses. Wait, I just realized something. Most time they actually lose. So, for example, yeah, okay, we all knew that the Mike Tyson fight versus Jake Paul was rigged, to a degree. Maybe we didn't all know it, but we knew it after the fact. But maybe we had an inkling that it could be. But sometimes you just want to see the old dog still got the old tricks. You get me? But anyway, he betted Mike Tyson to win. He lost. So did Drake. Do you get it? He betted for Canada to beat. This is in football. If you're American, I know you call it soccer, which is the name, but cool. We live, we move on. But so he betted on Canada to beat. What was it? Canada to beat Argentina. Yeah, like I remember this. Argentina beat Canada, so he lost that bet. Do you know what I mean? And Argentina's response was hilarious. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they put "they're not like us" or something like that. I can't remember what it was. It was just like, Argentina? You mean the same Argentina? Anyway, let's go.
Put like tens of millions of dollars on his next bet, or does he want to sink it into discovery costs? Well, that's where the federal government comes in. Because when the federal government comes in and they decide that they are actually going to investigate, the government has an unlimited amount of money. They have the best people.
All right. In the comment section below, let me know, do you reckon this is going to be a federal case? Leave your answer in the comment section below, because I don't see that happening. I just don't see it happening. What I see happening is this is probably why some label execs decided to fold. Like, some may say it's because of Diddy. That may be one of the reasons. But I do feel like there's going to be a reshuffle in terms of label execs and who, you know what I mean? There's going to be a shuffle. And it does happen now and again, in it, like every so often. So I think this is just one of those cases that's what's going to happen. And then what will happen is, like I said, this is going to backfire on Drake. I'm not even wishing bad on him, innit? I'll be real with you. I'm not wishing bad on him, but I'm just talking about how life actually works. You see, you can be, if you're trying to be the good person, yeah, where you're not trying to benefit from it, you're just living your life. You want everyone to win, and that really is coming from a place of purity. Then 9 out of 10 times it's going to work in your favor. 9 out of 10 times. But we know Drake is not pure-hearted. Like, we know he's not pure-hearted. In fact, I won't even talk about, get me, because I know there's, get me, I don't even want to say the SB word, but there's a situation, if you know Drake is part, you know what I mean? So therefore, he could talk about that. This is what's so interesting. If he was authentic, he would have been talking about these type of situations to make sure, you know what I mean, like it doesn't happen, or he would help with I won't even say the full word, but the CF. Like, I'm being very careful with the word, but if you get the drift I'm talking about, you get the drift I'm talking about. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So big up AJ. I'm not talking about, get me. I'm not talking about the boxer AJ. I'm talking about AJ. If you know, you know. Let's go.
For discovery, getting inside electronics, finding communications, the government is a match. They will do all your dirty work and they'll do it for free. And once they go to trial and the government finds out, yeah, you did do RICO, you did engage in payola, maybe not for Kendrick, but the government can go in looking because of the Kendrick stuff and find that Universal does this for all their artists. The biggest one is Drake. But since Drake...
Exactly. The biggest one is Drake. So again, it will backfire on him. Think about it. If the biggest one, it has always been Drake, why is he doing this now? Anyway.
It's a whistleblower. He's not going to be indicted in a part of it. He won't be charged. He's a whistleblower. And whatever money they fine UMG or fine that they did, Drake will get between 15 to 30%.
The funny thing is, before, like when Drake released Push-Ups, I remember on Free Shots of Tequila podcast, and I believe it was Mimi, the music blogger, she mentioned something, and I think Taser also confirmed it as well. Or maybe they would, I can't remember who said what, but I remember they were saying that Drake potentially owns a lot of artists, basically. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, and I thought because they said, is he the new Diddy? And this was before Diddy got arrested. This was before Diddy got arrested. I remember this. And I'm pretty sure it was before Diddy's houses got raided. I'm pretty sure of it. And in fact, you know what? That would be an interesting thing. Let me see. 3 shots of tequila. And then we put Mimi, the music blogger. She's probably been on there of late. The music. Because life is crazy. The timing of things, man. Okay, I can't even see that episode. Maybe I should go onto YouTube and check it properly. But the point I'm trying to make is, it was during March. Was it? Wait. Hold on. Let's see. The 22nd of April. Okay, when was April? Okay. When was Diddy's house raided? April. Okay, it was after. It was after, but at the same time, that's why I think I did leave a comment. I think I said, you don't really want to be comparing it to Drake, but then again, I can't remember what I said. I said, maybe like Drake is, like, you can compare him to, what did I say? I can't remember what I said, but I think I did allude to the fact that he possibly could be the new Diddy, but not in the way that Mimi, the music blogger, was actually saying, in terms of creating, like, helping develop new artists, but also take from a new artist, if that makes sense. Because remember, he has anyway.
This is anywhere between, it could be, listen, we know in the last 10 years, UMG has at least made $1 billion. This could be anywhere between 150 and 300 million, and that's on the low end. You guys, I know that we're all laughing at Drake. I enjoy laughing at him more than anything. He got a bald spot. That man unit messed up his head. No, like, listen, go watch my video if you don't know what I'm talking about, right? The point of the matter is, Drake is using Kendrick's name as a Trojan horse. He is trying to get the Fed's attention. He wants the federal government or New York or California district attorneys to investigate UMG for a payola scheme that at times benefited him. But now, since he knows where the bodies are buried, he wants to dig them up and make his own money. Get rid of the feds will do all the discovery. And he can get all this information for free. And again, if something is found in federal court that you're convicted of, Drake in a civil suit can just get that federal conviction and be like, they were already convicted of RICO. I was a victim. Since I was the one as a whistleblower that got it up, I get 15 to 30% of whatever money they're either fined or recovered, and I get released from my contract. and I can do this, that, and the third. Again, you guys, keep an eye on this, okay? Drake wants UMG and Kendrick, and I know he is praying that Kendrick could be named as a co-conspirator, an email, a text message, a something. Again, Drake is the epitome of a snitch. Now listen,
what did I say in the
innocent
beginning?
people and criminals, telling the
Drake's a
criminals, you're not snitching
snitch.
at all. But when you was right there in with them, enjoying the fruits of labor, literally had your face plastered all over Spotify, and now you want to sue? Yeah. Whew. This is Karen behavior. Anyway, y'all, it's going to be a heavy upload day. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you
Karen
later.
behavior.
Bye.
I want to see what the comments are saying as per usual. But that was interesting. I'll be honest, that was very, very interesting. Very interesting. It's like, why would he sit like, he really is a sore loser, but it's beyond, I get it. I'm glad I watched it because it tends to make sense. All right, Drake's bringing down his own destruction is legendary. Yeah, Drake's bringing about his own destruction is legendary. It really is. Kendrick said the embassy was going to get raided. UMG is probably going to expose Drake after his crash out. Facts. All this clown did was open up a window for people to check in on his fake fabricated numbers. Facts. This is going to backfire on Drake. All this dirty laundry come out, and the embassy might get raided now. So I'm going to put facts or true. K. Dot is prophetic, as you know. So Aubrey Graham, thank you. Do you see what I'm gonna say? Aubrey Graham, thank you. That's what you can do. Thank him for bringing down his own self. You know what I mean? Like, look, obviously authenticity matters, especially in numbers. But anyway, let's just get into the other one real quick. Where is it? I saw it just now. There. I'll probably
You want today?
No, I won't. I don't know.
You has just dropped a second lawsuit, and y'all, listen. I thought Drake had some like legal eagle, eye of the tiger, legal strategy. Drake is just spiraling. Y'all, Kendrick Lamar really broke this man.
All right, wait. I need to use that bar properly. I need to say it. Like, follow, share, subscribe for more. If you know, you know. All right, this is. All right, listen. Hold on. What? All right. Oh my days. What does he say? He says, them superpowers getting neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful. I calculate you're not calculated. I can even predict your angle. Anyway. Like I said, Kendrick is prophetic because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is probably why I think, yeah, this is what I think, yeah. I think originally, I think the song for Squabble Up was actually called Reincarnated. But then, I think Kendrick saw how people were actually naming the song Reincarnated or Broccoli, but they called it, most people call it Reincarnated. He said, you know what? Let me do a song called Reincarnated, like a proper one, where you know what I mean? And he went into his proper creative mode and did what he did. And that's probably one of the best songs I've heard in such a long time. Like, no joke. If you see my reaction for it, initially I thought it was just about him. But then I realized, no, it's not. He dives deep into other people. To be able to tell the story from an emotion the way that he did it is cold. It's cold. I don't think there's no other MC other than Nas that I think can do that. No one. No one other than Nas and Kendrick. Those are the only two MCs I can think of that can do that. But obviously Kendrick did that and he delivered. Anyway, let's get back into this. But yeah, Drake is firing him, man. It's crazy. His crash out is phenomenal. I thought Ja Rule versus 50 was a wild situation. This is legendary. This is legendary because at the same time, Drake is a culture vulture anyway. Ja Rule is for the culture, but the funny thing is what these two have in common, apart from having a crash out, losing. Well, Ja Rule never really had a crash out, but he in fact, he kind of did because Ja Rule and Irv Gotti did try to blackball 50 Cent to get it, and look what's happened. Anyway, I'll keep moving. Do you see what I mean?
Man, this last lawsuit is the most unhinged thing. Now, first he alleged RICO because UMG let Kendrick Lamar destroy him. This newest thing that he is alleging is the most unhinged thing.
All right, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna try to just breeze through this. So yeah, I'm gonna try to breeze through this, but not pause as much as well because I know. Yeah,
he is suing again. Drake just filed another legal action against UMG over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Drake claims the song giant could have halted the release of the song that was falsely accusing him of being a PDF file. But instead, they chose to do the opposite. Drake lost his mind, first of all. You were the one, Drake, that brought up the PDF file things and Taylor made. You were the one.
Facts.
On top of that, we've been watching you be a weirdo with Millie Bobby Brown for years. Now, who knows the nature of the relationship? But I feel comfortable in saying it was a weird one. We also saw you be inappropriate with underage girls in America, because I know in Canada, y'all have 16. Underage girls in America, okay? So Kendrick wasn't the first one to notice that. He was just first one to bring it to attention. I will say in the lawsuit, it says pursuant to the rights under the various contracts, UMG has exclusive control over the licensing of Not Like Us and could have refused to release or distribute the song or required the offending material to be edited and or removed. But UMG chose to do the opposite. UMG designed, financed, and then executed a plan to turn Not Like Us into a viral mega hit with the intent of using the spectacle of harm of Drake and his business to drive consumer hysteria and, of course, massive revenues. That plan succeeded, likely beyond UMG's wildest expectations. They said that UMG wanted to destroy them. Why would UMG want to destroy their biggest cash cow? Because up until Kendrick destroyed that man's career, Drake was UMG's biggest cash cow.
Facts.
He was their head colonizers. They sent him out to go assimilate other styles, other flows, and then bring it under UMG's umbrella. On top of that, Drake, you made a song called Family Matters, where you went after Kendrick's wife and child. Facts. You want to talk about defamation? You got that. This is Karen behavior.
Let me pause it for a minute as well, yeah. And he on that song as well, he lied about Michael Jackson as well. So you're lying on someone that is actually deceased. So if you're thinking about if you lie about someone who's deceased, do you know what I mean? What's to say that, you know what I mean? Like this is so I don't even know what to say, man. I really don't even know what to say. It's wild. He thinks if Tupac's estate could sue him, now he wants to try to start suing as well, yeah? I'm telling you, this is all going to, like, it's not that I want it to backfire on him, but you know when you can just sense something is about to happen, like, you can just sense it. And the thing is, I remember the whole Cassie and Diddy, well, I remember in last year, November, 2023 November, when Cassie filed that lawsuit, I remember when she filed that civil lawsuit, I said it. I said, like, I wish I actually did a proper reaction video to it. I said that, watch, this opened up Pandora's box. That's all I more or less said. And then someone asked that, what do you mean it opened Pandora's box? And then now look what's happening. Now the reality is, you know what I mean? Like, because like I've been hearing things. It's like you can hear things, and some things may not necessarily be true. But at the same time, if you settle within 24 hours, there has to be some truth to it. Because those who are innocent would fight against paying, and even those who fight against paying, and if their insurance company or whatever pays, because you know what I'm saying, it's um it's costing money and stuff like that, so it's best to just, you know what I mean. But you can still file they look, we want a criminal trial so I can prove my innocence. You know, that's how he would do it. He'd be like, look, I'm not filing this. I'm not giving you this money. Let me prove my innocence in the court of law and file a criminal one instead of a civil lawsuit. Because everyone be like, it's all about the money, it's all about the money. No, it wasn't. It was a nice strategy because at the end of the day, anyway, I won't get into it. You see what's happening.
On top of that, I will say one thing. Drake's such a sore loser. He literally wants to end rap as we know it. From now on, since he lost, there are no.
Listen, even Ja Rule is still rapping. He's still going on tour rapping. He may not make the same numbers anymore, but he's still going on tour. You know what I'm saying? He's still performing old hits. You know what I mean? Because let's be real, Ja Rule's got some bangers. Get me? He's got some bangers. Like, I can't deny that. Are you crazy? He's got anyway. But it's like the reality is this, yeah. Drake could have just easily just said, you know what? Let me take this L. Let me just like, well, then again, no. The human side in me is like knowing what he's actually done in the past. He needs to just come clean in regards to that to the right authorities to, you know what I mean? So if that means him going to jail for a long time, then let him go to jail for a long time. And then if he gets released, he gets released. And if he still wants to make music or do acting or produce movie shows, think about it. He even got a show called Euphoria, where it's about teenage girls. Anyway, I rest my case.
No more rap beefs. You can't talk trash about anyone. You can't do anything that Drake actually did. Basically, I do want to say this, right? Listen, again, I get it. I feel like all of Drake's fanboys and stans and his glazers, y'all know who they are. Fluffy,
Academics,
right?
not the clothing.
You can pretend this is anything but. You can act like Drake is the hero of the industry. It ain't none of that. He ain't trying to protect anybody but himself.
Facts.
At the end of the day, this is Drake being salty that Kendrick destroyed him and that people didn't take his side, and he still can't believe that it was organic. Again, let me just say this, right? Ellie Lilly said Drake has officially lost it. This isn't a game plan. Drake is just spiraling. I can't believe he just admitted that he's mad that UMG didn't shut down Kendrick's music and expected them like he expected him. This is my part. Like he expected them to. I would go so far as to say like they expected him to when it came to Pusha T. So not forget in the Adonis thing. UMG removed Pusha T's thing at 20 million views. UMG went out of their way to not only silence Pusha T, but to push Drake's layup, which makes me think that every time Drake won a rap beef, he really didn't win. UMG, his daddy, Lucien, actually had his back. But something
His
happened.
baby daddy. Hey, Kanye's crazy, but not crazy. You get the point. Let's go.
In the Kendrick Lamar beef, where they just said, we don't need you anymore. Again, Drake hasn't been selling. Money talks anyway, right? But again, this is insanity. Kendrick has broken this man. I can't believe he just admitted this. You're mad they didn't shut down a rap beef that you started? That you went after a man's wife and child?
Okay, let's be real. We can't say he started it. I don't really know who really started it, but I will say this. Wow, time is clicking. I will say this: the reality is, when it comes down to a rap beef in general, it's the case of Drake. I feel like Drake, as much as he's a culture vulture, this that, I think as part of being a man, you are competitive. But that's human nature in general, whether you're a man or woman. There's a competitive nature of you, right? But it's like I felt like he didn't he didn't see he didn't see this coming. Basically, he didn't see, and the reason why he didn't see it coming is because of the backing from UMG. And if you know the head of UMG, the Lucid Grange and all that stuff, there, it's like they're from a certain community, and anything you say bad against them, it's always anti-S, NTS. It's always that. You know what I mean? Always that. But then, that aside, though, it's like Drake is trying to play the victim. Do you know what I mean? He's always trying to play the victim. But he's the one that causes a lot of problems. And this is the issue. If you cause a lot of problems, one day you're gonna get found out. One day the people that were backing you are not going to back you any longer. And this is what's interesting. He may have felt like UMG wasn't backing him, but UMG know that, okay, they're making money from this too. I'm pretty sure there was a video from someone. I can't remember who it was. I think I was watching from, I think it was Screwface Gene. Or maybe, I can't remember who it was from, or was it No Life Shack? But basically, or was it Steve Knight? I can't remember. It was one of those. And basically, they were mentioning how actually UMG benefit from this beef the most. So why would they push? Why would they? You know what I mean? Like, anyway, if you benefit from something, you're not gonna really push away from what you're benefiting from. You're not. You're not. You're not. You're just not. Whether it's for moral reasons or not, you're not gonna do it. And we know with certain companies, they're not morally or ethically right in anyway. Like we know you're like anyway. I won't go into too much detail because if I do, I'll go off into a tangent. And yeah, let's go.
Preschool child? This is a man that made a song and shot a video saying Kendrick beats his wife and his son is actually his best friend's kid.
Yeah, he lied.
Who's also his manager, who he also works with.
They
He's
could
raising
easily-
his
they could
best
easily
friend's
sue.
kid's son. Which,
They could easily
side
sue.
note, if he was
Easily.
doing that, that's noble that
Defamation.
love wins. But he's throwing, shut up, y'all know what I mean, right? Listen, Drake is throwing a tantrum that someone made a certified bop, banger, song of the summer, epic, will go down in history song called Not Like Us. And when Drake tried to do so, I'm looking at this lawsuit, when he tried to do some evil, dark stuff the day before with his song Family Matters, you tried to publicly destroy, end, humiliate, mock. You literally slandered Kendrick's wife's name. You wanted people, when they walk in the room, to think that Whitney was so low down.
And hear what, yeah? What did Kendrick say in Euphoria? This was the first response, his first official response to Drake. He said, look, I calculate, you're not as calculated. I can even predict your angle. Where is it? Fabricating stories on the family front because you heard Mr. Morale, a pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tells in you now. You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Yeah? But there was something else he also said. Where is it? There was something else. There was something else. I think it's towards the end where it is. All right, so wait a minute. Anyway, okay, so he said, don't speak on the family, Crody. It can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone gonna bleed in your family, Crody. So basically, he was warning, he was warning Drake. And the thing is, even in push-ups, Drake did mention what he mentioned. So therefore, he was giving him a warning, and he given him a warning, and he just didn't take the warning. And you get me?
That she would have a baby by Kendrick's best friend. You wanted them when they walk in the room for people to think that Kendrick was Ike Turnering Whitney. You wanted when Kendrick was out in the park with his son, being a dad, but you don't know nothing about that. You wanted everyone to believe that Kendrick was some stupid fool that was so much of a punk that he was being forced to raise another man's child while he paid that man 10% of all his earnings, day free. You tried and you failed. And yo, Drake is spiraling. This don't even make sense anymore. Listen. Like, I know Kendrick won with Meet the Grams, but listen, and Kendrick warned him, come on, you don't want to take it there, because that's something you want to do. We don't want to hear you say ninja no more, even though, listen, but all jokes aside, if you listen to Family Matters, it was so disrespectful to someone's wife and child. He filed this lawsuit in Texas. He's going after iHeartRadio for defamation. Listen.
He's not going after Kendrick. He's going after iHeartRadio. This guy is he's a joke. Like he's a full-time joke.
Interesting enough, they said the filing also offers key new details about Drake's grievances toward UMG, the label where he spent his entire career. In it, he says UMG knew that Kendrick saw him falsely, accused him of being a certified PDF file and a predator, but chose to release it anyway. Right? Again, Drake, you were the one that brought up the PDF file rumors on the previous diss track Taylor made. And also, right? We do have your history of interaction with Millie Bobby, right? Get this. Also, this is why I'm laughing. Watch me read this next thing. Because Drake stands and paid streamers spent all yesterday creating this narrative that Drake was a freedom fighter of artists against the labels. Harambe! Just for Drake's second petition to prove that no, he is a petty ass bitch. What is it, the braids? Who is really? It's
what is it, the braids? Then he goes and cut his hair off, and then now we can see he's balding. Listen, he is stressing. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone stress over losing a beef. Like, even in rap battle, because this thing, he says he used to watch rap battles here, but even when you look at those who lose a rap battle, they don't stress like this. I don't think they even stress. They're like, you know what? Let me take this L, dust it off. I'll come back and I will beat this person. You know what I mean? Or, okay, I lost it. Or maybe not even I lost the battle. Okay, didn't hear. So I'm saying now with rap battles, sometimes there's the case of winning one round, then losing the next round, and winning the other round. Because even in that circumstance, it's the case of they have it in them like, okay, I have to come back and win this round. I've got to make sure if I've lost this round, I'm coming back to win this round. Do you get it? Like, so, and even then in rap battles, most of the time, it is super disrespectful and super defamations of characters that is not necessarily true. I know some of you didn't want to hear that, but that's a fact. That is a plain fact. It's a plain fact, but you don't see them doing this. Like, I want to see the rap battle community's thoughts on this. I need to see their reaction. I need to see Matt Hoffa's reaction, even though he no longer does battle rap. I need to see his reaction. I need to see Daylet's reaction, even though, obviously. And because he also wrote for Drake as well. In fact, he wrote Drake's back-to-back. Anyway, let's go.
really just about Kendrick and not like us, and him being a sore loser. They said in seeking that information, Drake's lawyers say they already have enough evidence to pursue a claim for defamation against UMG, but they might also tack on claims of civil fraud and racketeering based on what they discovered in their depositions. UMG and iHeartRadio did not immediately return requests for comment on the new filing. Kendrick is not named as a respondent in this filing and is not legally accused of any wrongdoing.
So, to put it bluntly, Drake doesn't know what he's doing. Because if it really was about defamation, you go after the person who actually made that claim against you. You go after that person. You don't go, but then I say that, you never know, he may pull up another lawsuit where, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's very telling with the first two lawsuits. It's very, very telling. And the reality is this, yeah, like I just feel like this is all gonna backfire on him. It's just good. Man, I feel sorry
Listen,
for him.
Drake isn't slick. It's a reason he's not going after Kendrick. He's afraid of discovery with Kendrick. He's not slick. You're afraid of discovery and getting the evidence, but not with UMG and iHeart. Even though, why wouldn't Kendrick just give the information to UMG and iHeart? I mean, somebody gave Kendrick that info. The funniest thing, again, Ellie Lilly says, the funniest thing to happen would be if UMG is forced to pull evidence that Kendrick is right and that Drake does have a history of underage girls. Now, here's the one thing. We're all laughing, but Drake has a big lawyer. Maybe he knows things about Lucien and Diddy. Maybe he knows things about UMG. Maybe those same violent delights he knows.
That's how they always, not always, I don't know verbatim, but that's how I feel they always try to stay ahead of someone, because it's like, oh, we know this about you. We got this hanging over your head. And if they don't want that information to be out there, you know what I mean? And the fact that Diddy's now like waiting for trial, he's in jail waiting for trial. It's the case of, I do feel like Aubrey Graham feels like he is going to feel like he has the upper hand. But like I said, this is going to backfire on him only because he has ties to Diddy too. Do you get it? So if he's got ties to Diddy, what's stopping him from, like, yeah, you could say he could have been the victim, but again, even if he was a victim, he's still a bully. He's bullying other people. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Anyway.
Knows how they violently end. Anyway, you guys, listen, we're going to be on top of this. I'm getting the court docs. I'm going to go live to read them if you want to get a legal analysis in full. Maybe it's going to be a heavy upload day. Ugh, we hate to see it. Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Bye.
You know you're getting the views.
Stop wasting your time with dropshipping, Amazon FBA, and
Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm probably just going to get one more video if I can. Just one more, but I want to react to this real quick, actually. I mean, let's read the comments real quick. So, my bad. All right, so I know when they call you the boy, but where's the man? Because I ain't seen him yet. Your boy is cooked. They are trying to distance themselves from Drake, and Drake knows this. He's going out bad. Like, he really is going out bad. Get to one more comment. UMG is going to destroy him now. That's facts. They're going to, like, Drake, the man that likes to play victim. He genuinely likes to play victim. Hold on. One more comment. Let's just say facts or true. Drake does not know what he is doing, but let him land. What? I shouldn't laugh really, because This is real life, and he has hurt other people in the past for a long time. 2025 gonna be real interesting. Realness is back everywhere. Because I even said in 2024, it's the year of the real. I literally said that in 2023, yeah, end of 2023. I said this is the year of the. Do you know what I mean? So